That auntie that had like the gadgets in her house, and she always had the cool new thing. I feel like that's where I am right now. I feel very. I like the little leg thing, me personally myself. I do quite good in the air. Hello, and welcome to another video. So this is the last day in my off days, but I have been enjoying these off days. I really like not working a whole lot. Let me just be honest with you. I don't like to jam pack my days. Last week, as you can see, towards the end of the week, we made a lot of money. I made a lot of money. You're just watching the video. I made a lot of money last week, like as far as the days are concerned, but I don't like to work too much. So let's talk about this morning. I was actually supposed to do a mobile massage of my own this morning, like with one of my clients. It would have been a rebook. However, this is the second time that I've had to tell this client the rules. So I'm going to use this opportunity to talk about that a little bit. I mentioned to you guys before, like, it's really up to you. However, if money drives you, money will be in the driver's seat. This client first kind of just messaged me in the middle of the night kind of thing, like, hey, can you be over here? Let's say at 7 o'clock, said, hey, can you be over here at 9? And didn't tell me any information about who's there, all these kind of things. There's a protocol that I have for booking. You need to give me at least 24 hours notice, and one of those reasons is because I need to send you out an invoice. If you don't pay your invoice, you're not on the schedule. I don't care if we planned it. I don't care if it was a party. If you don't pay the invoice, it's not happening. I learned this because when I did my first party, I did a party on my birthday. Imagine that. Some ladies were coming in from like out of state. I met them on, you're playing the VR games. I met the lady on the VR. She was like, hey, we coming into Houston. And I was like, hey, I do, massages. And she was like, really? And I was like, yeah, girl. And she set up a party. Like, it was like 6 ladies I did a massage for. And it literally was a haggle getting them to pay off their invoices. Black people. It was a haggle getting them to pay off their invoices. And I learned that day that, one, I was charging too low. So I think for all those people, I'm going to have to look on my website so I don't tell any lies, but I think it was like $300 for all those people. Way too low. And I don't like to lean on tips, especially when doing parties like that. Don't bank on nobody leaving you a tip. You need to charge what it is that you are worth. And everybody got a 60-minute massage. So that was a lot. So from there, I kind of made a pricing structure. If we're going to do that many people, it's really a 40-minute table massage. And then we're going to, because it's really just a little, like, posh is not the word. It's like a little nostalgic little thing. Like, oh, we had, we went into town and we all got massages kind of thing. No one's really looking to, like, address any issues in this massage. So if we're going to treat it nostalgic, we're going to treat it nostalgic. You know what I mean? So, and then with all those people, $300 divided by 6, it should have been way more. It was me doing all the work. Of knowing what I know now, I would just charge more and then hire another therapist to help me with the work. But all of that being said, I learned the hard way how to structure prices and then how to charge people. When they book through the apps, they have to pay right then and there. So why then, when you're booking with me, when you book through the apps, you don't know who's going to show up. You don't know if you're going to like the massage. You don't know if they're going to show up at all. Yeah, you paid your money. Then, on the same token, when you book with somebody, you know who's going to show up. You know that you like the massage. You want to be haggling me with the prices. I'm not doing that. I'm actually not going to show up. So this particular case, like I said, since we had a little riff last time with me telling her how to book, I gave her some grace and extended the time to pay the invoice. Usually, if I send the invoice needs to be paid 24 hours when I send it. But I gave her like 3 days. At no point in time. You think I'm just going to show up and do the massage? I'm not going to do that. And I would advise against doing that, because then people, like, let's say you do the service and then they're like, oh, well, you said, I'm not about to sit here and argue with nobody about no. So I say all that to say it's not just about the money. It's also about, especially when you're going into people's homes, it's also about how they treat you, in my opinion, and you being comfortable as well. Now, I'm not saying you comfortable as in, the AC temperature, just how you like it in your home, but comfortable as in they treat you, like a professional. You're kind to people. I'm not just going anywhere, you just treat me any old kind of way. That's how I run my business. You run your business like you run your business. And like I said, I find a lot of times people try to get really big, they miss out on these things. I would never be able to send somebody else to this client's home. You know what I mean? Like if I was working with another therapist or something, I would never be able to send them to the client's home because they don't follow the rules. And for me, that's a problem. I see the problem long term, and therefore, in the term right here, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off. So I wanted to share that experience with you. I also wanted to share with you how I do invoices. I'm gonna share with you as soon as we're done talking. I want to share with you how I do invoices. I use the platform Wix, and I just subscribe to like a higher account that gives me more access to things. With a basic account, you cannot do this, but so I just set it up. Like I'm gonna have it running on the screen. You can do an invoice, or you can do like a pay link. I like the pay link because I can like deactivate it. And when I can't send an invoice to an email that I don't have. So if I just have their phone number, I'm able to send the pay link to their phone number and then deactivate it if not. And I love that. Don't pay for nothing, because sometimes what people do, I learned this when I was running my daycare. Sometimes what people do, I learned a lot of lessons. You see, the hard way, girl, I'm giving you free tips. Sometimes what people do is they'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry, and they'll go ahead and pay it, and then they'll try to like say, oh, well, you took my money and then you didn't show up. No, I'm gonna go ahead and deactivate this link, so you haven't paid me anything. Only thing you did was waste my time. Okay, you haven't paid me anything. So I don't want anybody paying for anything for a service that will not be rendered. Because like I said, a lot of times people do be like, oh, my bad. And then they'll just go ahead and pay it real quick and then expect you to still show up. Or they'll give you a problem, leave a bad review, all those kind of things. So doing it this way, doing the pay link, I can go ahead and like deactivate the link. So when the client clicks on it, there's nothing there. So I like that as well. You can it goes to the account, and then it goes to my like website account, and then it comes to my account. Another reason why I would make the invoice be paid beforehand is because sometimes people will pay out an invoice, then they'll call their bank and they'll be flipping stuff around. No, this actually needs to be cleared before I head out to the massage. I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know. I mean, if they're paying cash, that's one thing, but nobody mentioned paying cash. So, and I would say even if they pay cash, I don't do no cash transaction, not a big transaction like that. I would have receipts as far as like the conversation that was had, and an invoice is the best when it comes down to like this stuff. At the bottom of my invoices, you can like type in this is non-refundable. You can type in things like make sure that any animals are whatever away. You can put their address, so that when you are looking at the invoices for your like scheduling for the day, the addresses, or if you have other therapists working with you, that you can give them the addresses. There's a way that you can keep things organized. That's all I have to say. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day. I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I'll see you later. Hey girl. So it is 2:24. It's the same day, by the way. I put my hair in mini braids. Yes, girl, it's the same day. The Lord gave me a little extra wind, and I'm very excited about that. I'm actually headed out of town right now. Like I'm going to another state. I'm driving. I got my pillow and everything there. It's a Passover celebration with church, so I'm excited about it. I'm going to travel, and I do have to work in the morning, but guess what? The Lord is going to give me grace to come to do work after 2. I did not do that other appointment like I told you guys earlier. And because I didn't do it, I was actually able to do my hair, which, I mean, I could have had the same hairstyle, but this doesn't necessitate me needing like tie up my hair or anything like that. Because I didn't go to that other appointment, I was actually able to do my hair, and then I'm able to drive straight out, and I'm not tired or anything like that. So I'm about to drive there, go praise the Lord, fellowship with my fellow brothers and sisters in Christ, and I'm so excited about that. And then I'm going to drive back in town in the morning, and I'm going to see you guys in the morning, and we're going to talk about my shift. My schedule is full. Okay, my schedule is full, but let me tell you something about a full schedule, baby. Let me tell you something. I got my sheets in the back, I got my table in the back, so they may not play with me and talk about massaging, because I will pull out the table. I will in fact pull out the table. I do in fact have the sheets. I got extra face cradles. Walmart got sheets. If I need a little more sheets, baby, I will in fact do whatever I need to do. Okay, I'm allowed the Lord to move. But I just wanted to let you guys know that, because it's going to seem like I come back on the screen and I'm just at work, and I want to let you know that I actually was driving. So I'll talk to you guys later. This is the place I went to right here. It was called Izzo's Illegal Burrito. And this is like Powerade and lemonade and Sprite. Tastes like electric lemonade. So it's 7:25 and I am just in enough time to head on to the church. The event starts at 8 o'clock. And I realized that I did not register, so I definitely should get there a little bit earlier. And I gotta use the bathroom so bad, but they didn't clean up good enough in there for me not to use the bathroom. No ma'am, Pam. No ma'am, sliced ham. Let me put the navigation like I'm at home. Gotta be on one accord. The Lord Most High. So I have made it from my road trip to work. Let me turn on. Oh, excuse me. From my road trip to work, I need to go into the restroom and change my clothes to my work clothes. I have it all with me. Girl, brush my teeth. I need to do all this stuff. I literally just started driving. It's 9:24 and my shift starts at 10. So I'm literally here just in the nick of time. I did have a mobile massage appointment today, but I'm going to be honest with you and say I canceled it at about 4 or 5 o'clock this morning, when I realized that I probably bit off more than I should chew. Not that I could chew, but I should. I should not chew so much. So here I am at work. And honestly, today would have been one of those days I would have called off. But because I had already asked to be put back on the schedule after being taken off the schedule, I'm just going to go ahead and work my shift. Girl, blankets and everything. So let me get this organized. My nails are actually longer than I would like to, but I have a file, so I have some time to get this together. Oh, man. Okay, I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm not going to say the T word, but I just did 2 massages. Both people, well, the first lady, I think she said it was her first time getting a massage, like a professional massage. And the second lady, I think since they all came together, she just wanted to relax. Like, she didn't give me any, hey, this will hurt, this will hurt. So she also just wanted to relax. So I'm going to do their notes here in a second. I have 2 more clients who are obviously not in that group of people who just came. And then I am out for the day. I'm going to check their notes while I'm sitting here to see like what they usually like. But I'm taking people on time today, and we getting out of the room on time today, if you know what I mean. So I'll see y'all later. Done. Last 2 clients wanted back only. Okay, back only, and I gave them exactly what they wanted. I had all back hot stones for the first one. Not even deep pressure. It was like regular pressure. Really like an actual Swedish massage. And then the next person, it was more of a deep tissue, all back, but it was in the couples massage room, so it wasn't a problem either. I got 2 tips, so that's good. And I'm all done, girl. I can say it now. I is tired, both. Okay, but I made it. It's 3:11 now. I have been up for a long periodic of time. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. morning. So I am headed to work. It's 12:15. It is 3 hours? 3 hours before my scheduled time. I was asked to come in to cover a shift, and it's a 90-minute massage that I'm covering. Basically, it's just added to my regular time. So it starts at 1. I was supposed to come in at 3. Yeah. So covering a 90-minute shift there. And it looks like I have 3 appointments on my schedule otherwise. I'm not gonna say I hope that last one doesn't book, but I wouldn't be upset if it did not book. Looks like the first appointment has some upgrades, and I'm gonna do some calculations because I probably could add another one in there so that they could use the packages that they're going to use. I got this as my lunch, because it's lunchtime. And I'm not going to say the T word again today, but I will say this, that I absolutely enjoyed my rest yesterday. And I'm going to enjoy my rest when I get off on today as well, okay? So let's get through these massages. So you guys will see it in this video. I ordered my wheel last night, and it's going to get here on Tuesday, so it's perfect timing. The event is Friday, so yeah, perfect timing, because if I would have waited till next week to order it, maybe it wouldn't get here on time. I ordered enough time for it to be broken and whatever else, because sometimes stuff when you order from Amazon, it don't be what it's supposed to be, and I mean sometimes be broke. It said it's a frequently returned item, so I hope they don't give me something that's used, but if they do, I just hope that it works. I did plan on painting it black and white, but there's that. We'll talk about that a little later after the next 2 days. Next 2 days you're going to see on the video, but you're going to see it in this video. So I'll talk to you guys later. I am headed to work. Hello, girl. It's me again. I don't know what time it is. Like, it's 3. No, it's definitely not 3. It's probably somewhere like, I don't know, girl. I did a 90-minute and 2 1-hour massages. The 90-minute massage was amazing. My favorite kind of client. Just want to relax, and they have very malleable tissues. Even the adipose, everything's just very malleable. I love it. And I like those kind of massages, so people like that usually get good massage too, who just want to relax. The next client was... Oh yeah, and that client added aromatherapy and then plus the 30 minutes upgrade. The next client was a truck driver. So yeah, when I saw that on the notes, I actually need to update those notes because I need to let the next person know everything was tight. Everything was tight. It wasn't one of those massages where I could do a lot of hand work. No, because I actually be sitting here. I be sitting here handless. Okay, you ever been handless before? So yeah, no, I did a lot of stretching for homeboy. He enjoyed his massage. He actually fell asleep, so that's good. The third client. So you heard my voice change. So I came and got the client from the front, and I noticed so from the front to the room, not much has happened. Not much happens, okay? Yeah, not much happens from the front to the room. I asked the same questions. He was very rude. He was rude and very rude. He was rude. So I almost was like, you know what? Who he think he playing with? What are you about to do? Like, who you think he playing? But I didn't. I said, you know what? Sometimes people have bad days. I understand that. And I always give people a second chance to make a first impression. But let me tell you something. While I give a second chance to make a first impression, you don't always get a second chance. Can I say that? Can I say that you don't always get a second chance? Can I say don't worry about me, worry about the fact that God sees everything. He sees how you treat people. I didn't do him anything for him to be rude. When I got him into the room, I'm like, you know what? This is not going to be a long massage for me. It's going to be a very straight to the point massage for me. It's going to be a long massage for you. If you're going to sit up here and act like that, I told you guys about the last client. It was a lady who she actually wanted someone else. And I gave her a good massage as well, and she still was acting very stank. So when I noticed that he had a stank attitude as well, I went up to the front and I said, can I pull you to the side? Is everything okay with him? I want to know because, and I said, the last time this happened, the person wanted somebody else. And she was like, no, everything's okay. And after, I got him on the table, after I did the massage, he enjoyed the massage, I could tell, because his disposition changed ever so slightly, but you can tell he's just used to being rude, okay? And this is a spirit. I realize it's not the person. Sometimes you've been a certain way for so long that you kind of like, you got to fight through You got to fight through that stuff, okay? And it's not always that easy. So I told the girl, the front desk, and she was like, well, you don't have to see him again. She said, you don't have to see him again. And I thought about it as I was like making up my table and stuff. And I'm like, I'm not going to block him. If he wants to book me again, he can go ahead and book me again. But guess what? The next time he ain't going to be able to come up in here with that attitude. I'm letting you know that he's rude, okay? And she was like, he's just very direct. I said, no, direct is, I like this kind of pressure. I like this kind of massage. I don't want you to touch this. That's direct. Rude is, I ask you the question, you barely answer the question, and then you say something when I do something, okay? Or you're just rude. He's just rude. I can't really explain. He rude. There's no mistaking. I'm direct. Don't play. I'm direct, baby. But I'm not rude. Okay, and I'm not saying, we all don't have bad days. Sometimes you might get a little spice, more spice, more cayenne out of me than you bargain. But I'm not rude. And when I came back up there from after the massage was over, like, let's say, for instance, this is not the rudest thing they said, but let's say, for instance, I said at the end of the massage, would you like me to bring you some regular water or coconut water? Yeah, that's fine. Well, which one is fine? You're so stuck on being rude that you're not even answering the question. And I would not even dare. If you want to be rude to somebody, baby, definitely don't let them bring you no food or no water, nothing to drink. And I'm not saying I did anything to the man water, because I didn't. Okay? God bless him, because that is no way to behave. It's no way to behave. That is symbolic that there's something more going on in life. I realize this. But you can't be being rude like that to everybody. What does the Bible tell us? You don't know. You have no idea when you're entertaining angels. I would be afraid to walk around life treating people like that. So when I came back up, like I said, like after he left and everything, she was like, he usually sees somebody else. Now, she didn't tell me this before, but that's okay. Because I'm glad she didn't tell me this before, because maybe I would have had a different disposition about it, right? And I don't want that for me either. She said he usually sees somebody else, and the someone else that he usually sees said the same thing, said that he's rude. Okay, so in all actuality, if it was my business, which is, I don't let people play with me like that. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I just had a client. I just turned down a client, blocked the client appointment, and I'm talking about good money. I'm not talking about no app money. I'm talking about my money, good money. But guess what? You're gonna behave a certain way, and if you can't, you're not gonna be booking with me. So if it was my business, people like that, you out of here. You're out of there. I'll give you a second chance, absolutely, to make a first impression, because some people do have a bad day, but you're just not gonna treat me any kind of way and be like, oh, well, I paid you. No, pay somebody else. Get somebody else to do it. Get someone else to do it, okay? So she said the other person was like, basically sick of it. So then what? I said, no, you don't have to block him from my schedule, but I'm telling you right now, you can add the notes in the account, and I'm going to add notes. I'm telling you right now, if he comes in here with the attitude again, I am going to ask him, so do you want this massage, or do you don't want a massage today? Because you're not going to be rude to me. It's just not going to happen. No. We're not doing that. We're not even money hungry like that. Now, I want you to get a good massage, but I also want you to get your attitude together. You're too old to be acting like that. And honestly, I think he's a doctor. Could you imagine? You imagine a fella like that doing surgery on somebody? Huh. So I got a very long break because I asked my boss to extend my break after that 90-minute, because I just felt like perhaps I need it, and I really do. Okay, I really do need it. So I'm about to do my little massage gun and sit here and enjoy the rest of my break. And I also want to add, I just checked the tip, and he did tip me really well. So my consensus is still my consensus. I still say what I say. The next time he not coming there acting like that. So that means that he enjoyed his massage. I'm grateful for that. But there's still a certain way you must behave. Money does not cancel out the fact that you're gonna come correct. All right. I am all done. Okay, let me take these glasses off, because they so greasy I can't even see through them anyway. I'm all done. My last massage was a couples massage, aromatherapy upgrade. Oh, did I put the aromatherapy? Yeah, I did. Aromatherapy upgrade, and it was a light massage, like light pressure. Like, I don't think I've ever done a light massage like that. Like, no, I've never done light massage. When I say light pressure, I mean like if you're rubbing lotion, like maybe on an infant, that kind of light. And I really liked it. I liked to do the light pressure because I wasn't focused so much on pressure. Yeah, so that was very fun, and my hands really enjoyed that. And the person wanted extra focus on the feet. So because the entire massage was light, I was actually able to do a lot of work on the feet. She was very relaxed. So that's it for today. The next portion of this video, I do have another work day, but I'm not going to show you it because it's the same old same old. The next portion of this video you're going to see is the event that I'm going to set up for, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. This is what I'm having for breakfast. It's supposed to be an egg and sausage taco. However, I didn't see very many sausage, so I just added some. And then I'm gonna have this V8 energy drink. All right, good morning, good morning. It is 8:43, so 2 minutes before check-in time. And today on the schedule, I have 2 90-minute massages and 1 60-minute massage. 1 90-minute massage this morning. I think it has some upgrades. The next 90-minute massage is after my break, and the last appointment is the 60-minute. I'm going to see, just going right quick and see if any upgrades like could be added. If they're using the packages, then I will do some more upgrades, because the first appointment already has upgrades, and last appointment I forgot to like do the calculations to see what other upgrades can be added with. And it's the same upgrade. It's the aromatherapy scalp, which I like, because that usually means that, you know, the person's not like, oh, don't touch this, don't touch that, if they let you touch their scalp with oil. So I'm excited about that. Today's gonna be pretty straight to the point, honestly. A little extra white space in the schedule there, just because that typically happens with 90-minute massages. It leaves some extra room in there, but I honestly don't mind. My shirt's a little wrinkled, even though it was hung up. I don't mind, because I have some preparation to do for the event, and let's talk about that for a little bit. This was an invited event. Like, I was invited to it. I didn't sign up to go to it or anything like that. I didn't sign up to go to it and like pay for it. No. You know what? We'll talk about that later, because I gotta go in and get my room set up. So I'll see you guys later. So I've been sitting here for probably like a little over an hour. I already did 1 massage. It was a 90-minute. Oh, goodness. It was good. I did aromatherapy scalp, even though I think my thing just said aromatherapy. Anyway, aromatherapy, cold stone face, upgrade 30 minutes, and that's it. It was a pretty good massage. It was a heavy one though, but I'm not gonna sit here and divulge that information. I have 2 more left. My next massage is a 90-minute as well. I can tell a little, it's just a little sleepy. Okay. My next one is a 90-minute as well, and then the last one is going to be the hour, like I told you guys. I think the next client has never been to this location before, because I don't see any prior notes. So maybe first time massage. There's no packages. So, oh, but I think they do have an upgrade. But I'll see if they want to upgrade something else. It's 55 minutes after, so I'm about to go in. I'll see you later. All right, so I just got home. I know, girl. I was doing a lot, so I didn't update y'all after. The next 90-minute massage, how was it? I can't even think about it right now. Oh yeah, I know. It was good. The last 2 massages were good. I dealt with a new situation that I haven't necessarily dealt with before, but it went well as well. The second 90-minute got plus 30 minutes plus aromatherapy scalp. And yeah, that's it. The last client did not do any upgrades. So that's it. The next thing that we are going to start prepping for is my event. Okay, so I'm gonna see you later. Hello from the ghetto. Good morning. So the package came yesterday with the only thing that I've ordered, and probably I don't want to just buy a bunch of stuff for this display, but here it is. I ordered this from Amazon. I would say I didn't think it was going to be so small, but I read a few of the reviews and they were like smaller than expected. So what I expected in my mind, I just adjusted it to be smaller than I expected it to be. So here it is. Here's my hand so you can see how big it is. I'm gonna eat my breakfast that I have cooking up right now, and I'm gonna put this bad boy together and just start working on my display. This is sliced pepperoni, by the way, because this is all the sausage that I have left and I need to go grocery shopping. I think I had this yesterday for breakfast. It said that, my husband said that the person who made them put sausage in it, but as you can see, I think this is the only piece of sausage in the whole thing right there. So I just add a little something extra. And then I have, yesterday I had tea, like cream tea. This is a Panda Express cup, but this is an iced coffee with one of my favorite creamers. So I'm gonna have this and then start putting together my display. So I hope you can hear me over the little purifier back there, but here it is. It feels very sturdy, honestly. And I was gonna paint this, but I think I'm gonna leave it like it is. Now they do have this little thing, like dry erase, and I'm gonna make it like just look more professional by using some of my other papers that I have, but here it is all put together. Hey. Okay, so let's sit down. We're gonna sit down and have a little conversation. Here's the wheel. And the wheel doesn't have very much on it. You know why? We're gonna talk about why the wheel doesn't have very much on it, but let me first show you what's on the wheel. I have a comp 10 minutes, so 10 minutes complimentary. So if it was a 60-minute massage that you booked, you could get 10 extra minutes, 70 minutes, okay? And then I have 2 free hot stones up here. Now you ask the question, why is the wheel not full? Because I'm not really interested in giving away anything free. I had to learn this the hard way, and I began telling you guys this while I was in the car going on the way to work or something like that. This was an event that I was invited to. However, I'm not giving away anything free. I did an event a long time ago. It was a rooftop massage. It was literally about 3-4 years ago. Rooftop massage. And it was a promise to come. They had like a workout person there. They wanted me to come there. I was doing free chair massages, free chair massages. Line was long. I was giving out business cards and stuff like that that I paid for. Nothing came out of that. I learned many more experiences much like that, that when people want free stuff, they want free stuff. It doesn't matter how many free things you do to advertise to them, they just want free stuff. I'm not interested in giving away anything for free, and I don't want free clients, okay? So even with the event that I'm going to this week, I was contemplating on whether I wanted to bring my chair or not, because I'm not doing free chair massages. I will not use that chair at all before I give away a free massage. I'm just not going to. Like I said, I don't want to. But I can do paid massages. I also realized that a chair massage and the massage that I give on the table, at least, they're nothing like each other. So I don't really like to use the chair massage to get clients either. So I think I might bring it. If I do bring it, I am going to set up like a price sheet. $10 for 10 minutes is what I'll go for. $10 for 10 minutes, $5 for 5 minutes, cool. I'm leaning more towards the $10 for 10 minutes and let that be that. So like $1 a minute type of thing. This is going to be for a sign-up sheet. So I'm going to have a sign-up sheet there with a few days that I plan on offering services at a special rate for this community in particular. And then they're able to spin the wheel to add on the plus 10 minutes, or the free hot stones to the service that they choose to sign up. So the only way you can spin the wheel is if you sign up. I send out invoices, and if I leave the event and you haven't signed up, you might not be able to sign up. So I'm going to use the event as an opportunity to, converse with the people and see if I want them to be clients. Not just if you need a massage therapist, do I want you to be a client of mine? So that's the way I'm going into this event. In the past, I looked at events much differently than I do now. I'm just not desperate for any clients, okay? It can be, you saw at the beginning of this video, pace yourself, slow your roll, okay? Because you'll fool around and get the wrong kind of client. So that's what I'm doing as far as that concerned. Now I have 2 tables. I have a large table, like a large table to set up, which, you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I was asked if I would like to visit the place, and I didn't say yay or nay, but I have a smaller table that I like just because I don't have to fill it up with stuff. And then I have a larger table. If I bring the smaller table, I could also bring my chair, but that gives me a chance to meet with the lady as well. So I'm going to see how I work that out. Another thing that I'm planning to do is I'm going to bring cookies. I was going to bake the cookies and like put my logo and stuff like that on it, but I'm not a baker and I don't even know where to begin with that. It just sounds like me having to buy a lot of stuff. So I'm still going to bake cookies. I just don't know what kind of cookies yet. I'm thinking like just baked cookies, probably like pre-baked cookies, or maybe even pre-baked cookies are the cookies it's like the dough is made and I just pop in the oven, but it's looking more like pre-baked. Okay, I might even do pre-baked and then put icing on my own. I'll see. And I'm going to put that in little cellophane bags and then put my business card somewhere. I don't want to put the business card necessarily in with the cookie, that's kind of nasty, but I might put it like on the bag or a sticker or something. I have the ability to make my own sticker, so I can do that. I'm really just at the beginning stages of it. I haven't thought about it too much. I just know that I have this event in, I only have 1 day to prepare. So I have today and tomorrow to prepare because it's on Friday. So I better go see the place so I can get this together. All right, so here I am. I got the table set up. This is the smaller table setup that I have, and I have it on the highest setting. So I don't know if you can see my hip. I'm sorry, I just came outside, it was raining. So my hip is up here and the table's down here, so it's pretty high. So I can like stand up and be behind this table. So I have a few tablecloths. This is the tablecloth that I've used for my suite, and it just goes really well with my colors. However, when I take it off like this, girl, when you're staring at stripes, make you a little dizzy. So I decided to cover up the stripes with this cloth. And I mean, it probably needs to be like steamed to let the, look, even Kindle matches with my colors. Hey, no sir, no sir. So yeah, I kind of like the contrast there, but as I digress. So here's the wheel. I have this jar that I used to use for candy in my suite. Kindle, No, sir. I used to use for candy in the sweets. I might use it for the cookies. I do have this box, which is my summer camp treat box, but I think it's too much black and white, and then this is too big. So perhaps if I use my larger table, which my tablecloth is all black, then I will be able to use this because there's more space and I would need more to fill up the space. But I think for this small table, this is too much. So I like the glass one, and maybe I could just put the cookies there and then just let the cookies kind of overflow and then not need the lid, but we'll see about that. Here's the business card holder. Again, still playing around with it. Probably put it somewhere right here. Put business cards on it. Cookies. Yeah, that way I can just put the cookies like that and then just like take a business card and a cookie. Yeah, you're not just coming over to get cookies, right? You're coming over to get a business card and a cookie. My business cards as well. I don't know if I've ever shared this with you guys. I took my personal number off my business cards. I don't take bookings through my personal number. There's a specific process that I use for booking. There are some rare cases that I would let people send me a message if that's the information that I gave them. But for the most part, I have my business cards, and it has my business email on there and website and all that kind of stuff, so that they know how to book. So I'm not scared to leave my business cards up there. So I'll put my business cards there. I put my business cards here. I'm thinking about a clipboard for the sign-up sheet and one of those little, those little clear, it's like a sign holder, a clear one. But again, I'm kind of running out of space here. So where would I put that? Where would I put that? I'm thinking I would put it, I'll have to work it out. I would have to put it somewhere. Maybe if I put it here in the front and then hid behind there my little, clipboard for sign up sheet. Or I could just use my iPad for the sign up. That's probably more like it. That way, I just want to keep the display small. I don't want to be doing too much. But with a small display like this, I can most definitely bring my chair. So we'll see. All right, so I actually found my favorite tablecloth. Shout out to my husband for reminding me about this. I didn't want to use this flower one. I didn't want to use the flower one, but because the stripes by itself, sometimes it can make you a little dizzy, like I said. I didn't want to use it by itself because I didn't want to sit there and stare at stripes for 4 or so hours. But here's my sparkly one, and I like it so much better. I forgot all about this. Okay. This is just a piece of fabric. Girl, I've had it for at least 5 years at this point. 5-6 years. So that's much better. And then I'll just, I love that. Yeah, that way it doesn't look too busy. And then I'll still keep the stripe there. I would actually like to kind of show the stripe a bit more at the bottom. Yes, I love that. Okay, so now we're cooking with Crisco, okay? All right. That way it's not giving too much at the top here. I'm gonna turn my business cards around, but there's my business card holder. My husband said he's gonna do the cookies for me, so I'm gonna let Chef take care of that. And now I just need a few more things. So I'll get back to you when I do those few more things. I need to type up a few things and all that kind of stuff. And maybe even go to the store to get the little holder. Hello, Bingo Boy. Okay, so I have here my sign-up sheet that I made on my iPad using GoodNotes, and I'm just gonna bring my iPencil with me. That way, this can be, okay, Kendall. This can be I can use it dual purpose. I can use it to take payments as well as collect information in this way. So yeah, this is the sign-up sheet that I'm going to use instead of bringing a clipboard and have to keep up with paper and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if you can tell, but it just says Wellness Wednesday sign up. Invoice will be sent Monday before your appointment. So obviously I'm doing it only on Wednesdays and then letting them know that the invoice will be sent on Monday. I have the dates here and then time slots. I don't have many time slots, as you can see. I didn't put many time slots because I'm just going to see how it goes before I make such a time dedicated time commitment to this particular community. So that's what I have there. And this, like I said earlier, is going to correlate directly to the spinning. The only way you get to spin the wheel is if you sign up here, and then I let them know that the invoice will be sent Monday. I'm not going to collect any payments. I don't want anybody to feel like we already talked about this. You know, like sometimes you'll be at events like this, you'll sign up for something, and then you felt pressured into signing up. My goal is not to pressure anyone. I'm only looking for people who are genuinely looking for a massage therapist, genuinely looking for a massage. I'm not trying to sell nobody nothing. So I don't want anybody feeling any pressure, and therefore I am going to wait until the Monday to send out an invoice. So at any point in time, I'll just send them out a general text message, introducing myself a bit further and the services, giving them the ability, all the website information, all that kind of stuff, just letting them know, getting an intake form, all those things set up. Well, I do the intake form after they do the payment, but you know what I mean. It's no pressure. So they almost have not a full week, probably like 4 days or so to make a payment. So 3 or 4 days to make a payment before. So it's chill. So I have that done. That's really the only thing I need to do. Let me see. I don't think it printed out yet. Hold on. All right, so here's a page that I made. Isn't it so cute? Girl, it's cute. And it matches a little display or whatever. A little green in there. My chair is green. And hey, there's that. And my bag and all that kind of stuff is green. So I'm going to continue on with green. It just says, now I like this little sign, and I'm going to put it in one of those little clear sign holders. I might have one. I need to check. I might have one because I don't have one. I just hung stuff on the table like this, but I think it'd be better if I put it in a little sign holder and just stuck it on here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy one a little later. But I wanted to do this so that people have a general idea. I learned this when I used to do, I did the fall festival and I was selling crafts and things like that. So people have a general idea of the price point of things. They know if they want to pay for it. They just know what's going on. That's why I created this. And then I'm going to have my chair with me. So in case I'm busy with, someone doing the chair massage, they can go ahead and read this because it's just going to be me. So there, it has the offering right there, Wellness Wednesday, sort of an explanation. I put the little spin to win thing, so that gives them an idea that, hey, this is where you can read that information. And then I also want to let them know that it's not free. So I did that by putting the price in there, as well as putting, the payment methods that I accept. Now, this is an opportunity for me. And just because it's an opportunity for me, I learned that doesn't always mean to make everything free. I know you saw the paper. It said $100 special for 60 minutes. That's the price that I came up with. That's really the lowest that I'm really willing to go. I believe that it gives you a good client base. And look at it like this. When you do mobile massage appointments for apps, you get paid less than that. Okay? A lot of times with the tip, that's about how much you get paid, but I just think it's a good rate, especially to offer something exclusive to a community without feeling like, you're breaking your back for $50 or leaning on tips or anything like that. So that's the rate I'm going with. Also, the $10 for 10-minute chair massage, I don't think that's bad. I think that's a good price. And if someone else doesn't think it's a good price, well, they simply don't have to pay for it. So there's that. So that's all I'm doing with that today. I'm pretty much done. Like I said, my husband said that he's going to take care of the baking and stuff for me. So we're going to let Chef handle that. And I just need to buy that little sheet protector. And really, that's it. Come up with a routine for the chair massage. That's it. So I will see you guys again when I get ready to set everything up. Hello from the good old ghetto. Okay, so you weren't expecting to see me in the car. I wasn't expecting to see me in the car. I am headed to a mobile massage appointment. I couldn't pass this one up. It went at a premium rate. This appointment will usually be only $80, and it went up to $155 or $56. And it's at my spot, so I just went ahead and took it. And my guess is because somebody dropped the appointment. That's why this usually happens. They did present it to me for $80 as well. However, I didn't see my phone, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because then it went up. So 150 something. Okay, so can't argue with that, now can ya? So I have all my stuff back there. I'm just gonna do like a normal massage, and then I'm gonna head home. Waste of lotion on the seat. I don't want to sit on that. Okay, I'm all done, girl, and a little sweaty. So, remember I told you guys I have lotion for my practice and the lotions for work as well. So I'm just gonna put my work ones back in here. Let's see, I like to put the oil on that side, and then the lotion right here. I'm gonna put this in the back. I'll drop the kids off in the morning. Don't be looking at me crazy. Taking my laundry bag inside. Girl, my car literally just looks like an on-the-go spa all the time. And I actually, sometimes I really don't like it. Sometimes I want my car to just look normal and clean. But the moment I take everything out here, that's the moment I'm gonna leave something, and I don't want that to happen. Oh look, you can't even see my sweat because it's covered up with my hair. So that's good. I don't look too bad. Look too beat down. Girl, so that was a good massage. I was literally praying that he did not offer me a tip, because 150 or $155 for an hour massage is really more than enough. Yeah, and I don't want to be greedy, because usually people, like especially at this place, I've gotten tipped like $50, $20, and that's okay if you're only getting paid like $80 for the massage, but I'm already getting paid more than enough. I walked out there happy, okay? And that's why you should really make your prices in a way that excites you to do the massage. Now, you're not just carrying all this stuff, girl, sweating and carrying on, okay? And you're just unenthusiastic about doing a massage just because you got just cheap people, just cheap clients. Now, I ain't saying that nothing wrong with a deal or something like that, but this is just not one of those things. Are you getting that from this video? Girl, do yourself a favor and don't be like I was when I first started out in this, here, this, and this, okay? Don't cheat yourself, because you just start taking just anybody because you can't, you ain't able to connect the dots for your bills, and you start getting desperate and getting yourself into all kind of stuff. Just slow down, okay? Slow down, price your stuff the right way, do the right things. It's gonna happen in God's timing, okay? If it's supposed to happen, it's gonna happen. And that's really that on that. You remember when I used to do this back in the day? Some of y'all still here. Some of y'all sat around, stuck around. Y'all watched a lot of the other content that I was doing here on this video, and still am doing, by the grace of God. And then you watched him restore me back to this place right here. And let me tell you, it's better. It's better. Come on, somebody. I'm not working as hard. I'm not working as hard. I'm making more money, and I'm not as stressed out, okay? Because who's in the driver's seat? Yah is in the driver's seat. God is in the driver's seat, not me. I'm not trying to make it happen for myself. It's just happening, because in his timing, it always happens. Come on now. Come on now. You always show up now. Don't get me started. You always show up, God. You're an on-time God. And if that's you, if you're just in the season right now, maybe you're just starting in massage and you're like, I don't see how this is going to work for me. Maybe you're letting fear. Maybe fear is in the driver's seat. Maybe you're out here doing stuff you don't have no business doing. There's a lot of y'all in the industry and you're trying to make things happen for yourself. Guess what? There's always a way of escape. There's always a way of escape. And what I always say, while you're living, you get the opportunity. When you die, the judgment is set. There's always a way that you can escape. If you've gotten yourself into, maybe you went into bad partnerships. Maybe you got, initiated into some complete foolishness. When I was fresh out of massage school, I most definitely could have found myself into some foolishness. Okay, but the Lord is faithful, and he's not a respecter of persons. He's not just faithful to me, he's faithful to you too, if you trust him. Okay, so that's it for today. I don't know, girl, if a good deal comes like that again, I can't say I wouldn't take it. Okay, but as for right now, I think you're going to see me just when morning. It is me again. It's the next day. Prep day today, so I'm just going to finish off the prep today. I'm going to purchase a few things, the cellophane bags I know, and the sign holder. I think that's the only two things that I'm purchasing. Like I said yesterday, my husband's going to take care of the cookies, so I don't have that on my list of things to do today. I need to go grocery shopping, so yeah, I'm about to go grocery shopping. And I usually go grocery shopping at Walmart. However, I have $112 budget, okay? So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and go to Aldi. I think I can make $112 stretch at Aldi. I do not have my grocery bags. It's been a minute since I've been there. So I'm going to head to Aldi, then I'm going to head to Walmart to get, maybe I can go to the Dollar Tree as well. We're going to see how much I spend at Aldi. I need to go pick up something, like find some stuff at the thrift store for my daughter. She has a thing at school, and I don't want to spend too much money on that either. So yeah, let's get this stuff done. It's 9:06 right now. My plan is to be back home for 11 o'clock. Yes. So I'm done grocery shopping, and I think I got a lot, but so the budget, the calculations didn't really calculate. I only have $2 left. I spent $107.67. And remember, my budget was $110. It really was $112, but I had $110 in cash. I did make a few adjustments. I got salmon, which wasn't necessarily on my list, but I love to see it. Excuse me. And it's went up to $24, so. But hey, so I need to do some calculations. And then I picked up this LaCroix. Hold on. I didn't buy a bag. I have one at home, so I'll just get that when I get home. This LaCroix like summer pack with a bunch of flavors that I haven't necessarily seen before. I know I love the mojito flavor. This doesn't have alcohol or anything in it. It's just like mojito flavored. I see a key lime one. It's like a summer blend, which is very nice. So with my budget, so let me call my husband and see how do I fix that issue there, because there is 3 other things that I must get. So I did find these napkins, and they were on sale. They're within my color scheme, but I did eventually put them back. I put them in the basket, I'm sorry. But I did put them back because I realized I was just doing too much. Girl, this is too cute. So I'm done at Walmart. I put back the jumper and the little mini skirt, that little Pac-Man mini skirt. Baby, I don't know if I was shopping for her or me, okay? But it was $20, so I went ahead and put it back. The jumper, I did find like, so it had the one with the little flowers on it that came with a shirt. I think that one was $18. I can't remember the price of that one, but you saw it. I didn't really like it, so I put that one back. And then I kept walking around and I saw like an actual jumper, like what she's supposed to have. It was $15, and then next thing you know, I just had it all. And I said, you know what? I got that $3 shirt that was on the discount rack. I found another little dollar shirt. It was like a mini dollar shirt that she could use to like play in. But then I realized I could just go to the resale store and probably find a jumper for cheaper, and then also like complete the outfit. Now I was gonna go to the hair store and find like a blue wig. I think that's doing too much. And I don't think it's really that serious. So I don't want to do too much, and I don't want it to be that serious. But I could just get like her some blueberries or something. I could just make it her own. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to do, as opposed to spend all my little coins. Okay, so that's not what we want to do. Girl, for one day, that is not that big of a deal. I really did like that mini skirt though. Okay, but it's high time to have some self-control when you go into the store, especially when people like me. If you see it, you just start buying stuff, and the next thing you know, clothes do, they get to a point where they don't fit, and you spent, that's $35 on some clothes that's not going to fit this time next year. It's giving wasteful. So I'm gonna go to the resale store and see what I can find there. And trust me, I got $40 extra added to my budget like for this, but I'm not gonna spend $40 in there. And if I do, it's because I got a whole lot of clothes. So I'm gonna talk to you in a bit. Oh, there it is. Okay, so $3.50. I only spent I spent under $16. I got these cute little shoes. I got this dress. It's from Once Upon a Child. No, not Once Upon a Child. It's from Children's Place, I'm sorry. And here it is. Cute, cute, cute. It was $4.50. And I got this little bow. I spent under $16, got everything that I need. And instead of doing the blue wig, I'm just do the blue bow. Okay? I'm about to take my buttons home. I did get a message to work at another location for work, but because I'm busy today and I'm going to church this afternoon, I'm not going to be able to take that. It is 10:52. I wanted to get home by 11, but 10:52, we'll take it. I'm headed home. Hello, hello, good morning. It's finally that day. It's event day. Oh wait, why are my lights on? It's event day. So my husband is actually following me so he can help me set up, because it's just me working the event, so it'll be better if he helped me set it up. Now it's 10:20. I don't know if the event starts for the vendors at 11 or the people at 11. Either way, it's a good time to go right now. Everything is here with me. I went through my massage routine because I haven't done a chair massage in a while, and I was like, you know what, let me just see what kind of routine I would do, and at the end of the day, the Lord's gonna give me grace to do whatever I need to do. I'm going digital. One thing that I didn't mention in here that I will try and show you, maybe if I have time, is I did it's sort of like a permission sheet for a chair massage, that before I do a massage on anybody, it's like a waiver, there you go. They're gonna sign it digitally. I have a picture of it. I upload it to my GoodNotes so they can sign it, and I can like reuse it. So I can erase the name, they can sign it again. I mean, screenshot it after they have signed their name, and then I can have it for my records for events like this. I used to do paper, but now, I'm just gonna do it digitally. It just makes more sense. It's less of a hassle. I did get my Cash App scan thing just in case someone wanted to do a scan pay. And then I told you I do have the ability to take payments via like a pay link. It's all set up. It's all working out. Okay, I got everything. I got my bag back there with the bag's in my husband's car with Clorox wipes was one thing. You'll see the setup, but Clorox wipes, face cradle covers that I bought from Amazon a while ago that I hadn't used. I did end up bringing the diffuser with me with just a few choice of aromatherapy, just to add to my setup. Girl, I found my LED candles. I wasn't planning on doing none of that, but I'm gonna hook the setup up, okay? I'm not gonna make it look like too much for my little table, but I'm gonna hook it up. I'm gonna hook it up. I'll make it right, okay? So this is gonna be fun. I'm excited to see what the Lord's going to do with this. So that's it. I have on black scrubs and then sneakers. I was gonna wear like a collar shirt, but I think it's just safe to look professional and put my black scrubs. So I'll see you guys a little later. Oh, and extension cord. I bought an extension cord to plug up everything, including my phone. This was a last minute accommodation that they made for me, and I didn't know that they were going to do this. It was very nice. I got the whole room, so the other vendors just got little booths, and this whole room was mine. It was amazing. don't know if you've ever had a chance to see this chair in action, but this is literally one of the best massage chairs on the market. And I'm not just saying that because I have it, because when I didn't have it, girl, I wanted it. Okay, it's worth the money spent. It's really a one-handed ordeal. After you unlock the bottom portion, you can literally just slide it together, and as you're going to see, it just slides in the bag. It came with this bag. I went ahead and wheeled my table and stuff out to the car and then came back and got everything else. So it took me 2 trips to completely clean out the room. So as you're going to be able to see here in a moment, my display was facing towards the window. If I would have known I would have had a room like this, I probably would have honestly wasted money and spent money on a bigger display. But I love the way that the display that I had turned out. It would be good if you had like a room like this, or if you were out in the open with all the other vendors. As you can see out there, I really did love it. I'm going to use this for future uses. Even, girl, the sign, the cookies, the whole thing. I think it was perfect. I didn't get, this is how you get the kind of clients that you want. Even the wheel worked out nicely. Everyone who spun, they won a free, they got an add-on. So that was nice as well. Girl, the AC is on high definition. Okay, it's 3:15. The event ends at 4, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave right now. And let me tell you, it was nothing like I expected, but everything that I needed. So in my mind, I saw 3 clients today, really 4. In my mind, I made $400. I didn't actually make any money. I didn't do not one chair massage, but I did get signups, and that's what I came for. I got mobile massage signups, and that's what I came for. Good clients. I wasn't walking around pandering to anyone. I did have a few people, it'll be 5 clients. I had a few people come up to me. Had one lady in particular come up to me who was doing, she was working for a franchise, and she's talking about doing partnerships. I'm not interested in partnerships, honestly. I'm just not. I'm interested in doing what I'm doing, how the Lord has me doing it. And he is just so faithful. He is so good. So much has come out of this that I can't even express to you, but I'm just excited. I'm excited. I got a request for a mobile massage appointment, 60 minutes for $100, and I actually could have taken it, but my car is literally I don't like to go to nobody's house with my car looking like this, especially male clients. They like to help, and I just don't want to go anywhere with my car looking like this. It's very hot. It says 93 degrees. Baby, it was just cold the other day. I don't know what's going on, but this video has been very long. I hope that you enjoyed it, and girl, be blessed. Stay tuned to see what the Lord is doing next. As always, if you have a question, ask one, and I'll see you in the next video.